Watson and C. David B.F. Skinner. So, John D. Watson is known as the father of behaviorism. He coined the term behaviorism in 1913 publication Psychology as the behaviorist views it. So, Watson believes that human behavior is shaped by external stimuli and environment. So, ang atuang behavior as a human is ma-shape siya sa kanang atuang palibot, sa atuang environment o sa mga external stimuli. For example, ang imuhang mga tao na palibot sa imuha. Just like what Sir Barbecho said, katungana siya, kung sa imuhang barka, maupo. So, usan na siya si reason, ano sila nga, believe sila nga, the human behavior can be shaped by external stimuli as well as sa environment mo. If muda ko ka, namin gina sa kanang kuan, stereotyping ng gina, if muda ko daw manugas kanang kuan ba kanang squatter daw kuno kay imuha daw attitude pang regalo pang squatter daw kuno, pero kung muda ko ganito gid kuno kang kanang grabe pinaanak sa kamot, grabe sa daw kuno kay kang pinaanak mo daw kuno na isa sa reason, that is the environment. So rather than internal mental states, he conducted experiments that condition children to fear rats by pairing the rat's appearance with a loud noise. So, kani siya kanang iyahang bitang, ibubitang kanang iset ang mind sa bata nga magtanaw sila sa usa ka picture pero na different sound. So, muna din siya mag-ana mo ka-increase depende sa unsa ilahang magbuhog mo ni kuan sa John D. Watson. While si B.F. Skinner is known for his work on operant conditioning, a method of learning through reinforcement and punishment. So he invented the Skinner box to train animals to perform behaviors associated with rewards or punishments. For example, makakita mo ang iro, di ba naman yung mga iro na di-train yung bitaw, di ba hatagan na sila treats pag makabuhat sila o saktong matrabaho. Then if gani makakuan sila mabasa, mura bitaw sila punishment. So ingana ng Skinner box. So Skinner's work emphasized the role of internal stimuli in influencing observable behaviors. So, kanang katong learning episodes of behaviorism theory. So, number 1, we have it refers to learning episodes refers to distinct self-contained segments or experiences within the broader learning process. They are focused periods of learning that involve specific activities, interactions, or tasks designed to achieve a particular learning objective. So each episode is building block that contributes to the overall understanding of skill development of the learner. So learning episodes kay muna na siya kanabitaw a certain period of time kanabitaw i-build up sa usa ka maestra ang pagdaton sa bata from simple to complex. So what are the characteristics of a learning episode? So number 1, focus, objective. So now you check certain objective nga ilahang i-focus sa usa ka episode. Time bound, interactive, contextual, and reflective. Okay, so example sa learning episodes, we have the introduction to a new concept. So kuani kanang paghatag bitaw sa kanang new material sa atoang estudyante. That is an example of learning episode. Next is the group activity kanang imuha i-group ang inyong ang class para makakato ng mga estudyante. Next, hands-on experiment. Kanang hands-on nga manipulatives nga makahikapan gyud bitaw sa bata. Next is the class discussion. Kanang imuha nang i-clarify ang mga concepts, ang ideas, aron na-expound bitaw ang certain topic. Next is peer teaching. Kanang mura sa di siya katulitang mentoring system or the body system katong ang imuhang mismo katapat nabangan ka aron makakaton ka. Skip next slide. So what are the importance of learning episodes? So they break down complex learning into manageable parts. So kani siya nga idea mura sa same sa chunking, which is breaking down certain concepts into smaller parts aron bitaw dali siya masabtan sa estudyante. Next is to provide structure and clarity to the learning process. Next is allow the varied teaching methods and activities. So magdepende break in smaller segments. So, dali na dito kayo makuhaan tayo ng inyong feedbacks. Kaya araw mo na, di ba good mo kayo ng feedbacks, especially sa inyong estudyante, kaya araw makita sila kung sa kailangan pinahanglan i-improve o dapat i-develop. So, teaching learning situations. Teaching learning situations are simply the different ways and places where teaching and learning happen. They involve interactions between teachers and learners, or even learners helping each other to gain knowledge or skills. So, ang kaming teaching learning situations, mauna niya ang katumitang mismong situation wherein ang teacher paano siya mag-provide na siya o kanang knowledge sa iyang estudyante, at the same time, ang mga estudyante muhatag po sa iya kaya dili ba yan ang pwede nga maestra kay magsigig anak magyaw-yaw sa dapat magtinabangay na sila sumuna ang teaching learning situations. Pwede po ani nila kanang magtudlo ang estudyante to estudyante. So, examples are classroom lessons. A teacher explains a topic to students. Online classes, learning through videos, chats, and apps on computer or phone. Group work, students work together on a project or task. So in short, teacher learning situations are all the different ways people teach and learn, whether in classroom, online, or anywhere else. Okay, mamalihog po ba sa tanan eyes on the TV?
Education is what survives when what has been learned has been forgotten.
Okay, so education by